Hiya, so I have just got to the Royal Marsden in Sutton where I am going to have my stem cells harvested today. I am a little bit nervous. I'm not too sure what it all is going to entail, but I'm going to find all that out in a little bit. So first I just need to go up to the ward. I need to have my bloods done. Then they're going to check that I've got enough stem cells to have all of this done and that I'm healthy enough, and then it's about an hour or so wait, and then I get plugged up to the machine. And yeah, so wish me luck. Right, so this is the stem cell collecting harvest machine. You have my blood coming out in one of these. And it goes into this little contraption here. Something happens down there. And then the plasma and stem cells come up. And it's my stem cells on the right. And then the blood comes back in. Halfway through now. 3 hours in, 3 hours left. How's your butt? Is it numb yet? Right, so we're about halfway through. We've done 3 hours and we have about 3 hours left, so hopefully we're going to try and collect as many stem cells as we can today. One of the little things that can happen when you're getting your stem cells harvested is the, I want to call it the anticoagulant, this one. So it stops your blood clotting as it's going through these tubes. It can give you a bit of a calcium deficiency, and you know by some tingling on your lips, your fingertips and your toes, or it can feel like your whole body's vibrating. I've been getting some tingling lips, so I've just had calcium tablets given to me. So I am going to take this, and you just chew it. And it tastes like a really powdery, kind of lemony sweet. It's quite nice, I think. It's very powdery. So far I have napped, I have watched some TV, I have obviously scrolled on Instagram. If anything, this is just a bit of a boring day because you're literally just sitting here and you can't really do much. So a couple more of the calcium tablets as I've still got my tingling lips. So this is number 3. And this is number 4. So it's having sweeties. Sitting. Passing some time.
So this is the cell separator. So
where does the blood go in?
So it travels in here. There's this plastic tube, and it's all part of a kit that fits in here on top of it. And then this spins around really fast to separate the layers. So
oh, that's very cool.
So when your layer goes in one side, it's all red blood cells. And then this is it when it's coming out of the other side, when it's after separating. You see down here is when it separates 3 layers. So the dark layer, that's your red blood cells.
Yeah.
So that's going straight back to you. The yellow bit is your plasma that we collect, just that the labs use it as part of the diluent. And here we call this a bit of a skimmer dam. This is shaped just to catch the middle layer. And this layer is what we call the buffy coat. And this is where a lot of your stem cells swim around.
Bit.
Yeah.
Teeny tiny line.
That's what you think. As small as it is, there's millions and millions of your cells swimming around.
Yeah, don't we? It's something. It's like 2 million.
2 million per kilogram of your body weight.
So I'm still getting the vibration. So I've had more calcium tablets. I've now had having a glass of milk. and I have a infusion of calcium going in as well, and hopefully that'll then make all of the little vibrations that are in my lips and my face disappear. And under nurse's orders, I'm allowed pizza tonight because it's got cheese and that's calcium. So this is where the magic happens. These 4 walls are going to be my home for the next 4 weeks. Excuse the mess, I've only been here 5 minutes, and just in case you're curious, bathroom, my seat. I also have been told I have to, every time I go to the bathroom, go in these so they can measure it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really fun. I'm just getting myself settled. So, a few tips from friends who have done this before me. They said your own bedding, so I've brought a duvet, mattress topper, a couple of squishy pillows. I've got all my clothes, literally all of them, all my comfy gear already in there, raring to go. Also, just to be adorable, a little thing for pens and a really cute coaster. They've just done my blood pressure and they're going to come in and do some bloods, and then after that I don't really know. I've just done my nebulizer process. The first one was a mask which I had on for 10 minutes, which had a form of medication which cleared my airways and opened them all up to make sure that they could receive the next dose of antibiotics. Then the next one was the antibiotic. That one, you weren't allowed anyone in your room. Everything had to be covered because it's quite toxic and they just don't want it anywhere else. So you get left in here by yourself, covered with loads of furniture that look like Halloween ghosts. But essentially you do the same, you just sit and breathe through it for 10 minutes. Then you have to sit by yourself for half an hour, and then they come in and give your room a clean down. And you don't feel anything. It was actually pretty easy. I am now just sitting, chilling. It's actually really late and I still haven't had my first chemo, which is in a form of a tablet, but it's been a long day, so oh god, chemo brain. This is my first day of chemo. It's 9 tablets of lomustine. These have to be taken on an empty stomach, and there's quite a lot of them. So this is day 2, which is actually day -4. I had my tablet chemo yesterday, and seeing as my neutrophils and all my bloods are still good, I'm allowed out. So me and Dad are taking a very fun-filled trip to Whole Foods to go get some snacks. So Royal Marsden, I'll see you in a few. I received my first of my chemo in an infusion. I have 2 bags. They are both run over an hour each, and then I will be having another form of chemo which is just via a syringe that goes straight in, and I'll be having this, so I have it at 6 p.m. tonight, 6 a.m. in the morning, so it has to be 12 hours apart, and I have that for 4 days. So this is the first one. I feel okay. And yeah, so I'm just sort of playing it by ear and hoping I'll be alright. I did manage to escape today, which was really good fun, because all of my levels at my neutrophils are all still fine. So I was able to leave the hospital for a couple of hours, go get some lunch, do some shopping, touch some dogs. And yeah, so I will let you know if I have any lovely side effects from these chemos, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. So it is 6:30 on day 3, which is my day -3, and I've just had my first chemo of the day, which is just one that they pop in a syringe. So a nice and early start, but it means one's one's done, and I will be having my next one at 4 o'clock, which is the 2 big bags, and then followed by the syringe one as well. So not the best nights of sleep. I think when you know you're going to be up early, your body doesn't really let you fully get to sleep, but it's okay. After like the multiple sets of observations done in the night, you're never really going to have a too brilliant a sleep anyway. But I'm still feeling good, still feeling all right. I had to take a little bit more anti-sickness medication last night, just because I was feeling a little queasy, but other than that, all good. This is my lovely mother, Anne, who has been with me for the last 2 days. How are you feeling?
I'm very stressed about things. Worried. Yeah, but the stress is just bubbling under.
Oh, I know you called me earlier today saying that you already had questions about when I came home and what we were going to do when I came home. I was like, I've only just gotten in.
Yeah, I'm coming home.
Yeah, Mum's already got me home, but it's only a couple more weeks. My bloods, my neutrophils have all come back good still. I'm allowed out. I'm pretty tired, but other than that, I feel okay. So I've got myself all dressed into proper clothes. I figured I should probably get out of both my pyjamas and trackies, and my other half is going to come. He's going to come pick me up, and then we are going to go out, hopefully find some lunch, because I'm starving. The only food you can sort of get your hands on is a packet of biscuits from the waiting room, so I'm trying my best to not eat all of the biscuits and leave some for the guests. So yeah, so we're going to head out, and I will have a little chat with you later when I'm doing my chemo. Morning. So I've just had chemo for the morning, but last night was a really fun night because I had a sleepover. Hi Kyle.
Hello.
This is Kyle, he's my other half, and he was allowed to stay over last night. The hospital are really great with having cot beds put up if you want someone to stay. So we're just waking up, and I mean, I'm going to be getting breakfast delivered to me at some point, but he's not. I seem to have found myself a day ahead of myself, and I actually started on day -6, not day -5. So I'm currently on day -3, which means it's my 3rd day of 2 chemos a day, and I'm just having my 2nd lot now. And this is my wonderful bag of goodies. So that one goes in over an hour, and then I'm going to have another one that goes in over an hour, and then the little syringe one. Feeling okay, I think. It's definitely a lot more tiring now, and I get a little bit nauseous, but other than that, it's been okay. So just started this bag, gonna have another one, and then hopefully a really good night's sleep. Hi everyone, so I just thought I would check in and say hi. I am on day -2. Which means I have one more day of chemo before my stem cell transplant. I'm just about to start my pre-meds, to start around 4 o'clock. And then I'm on to the new drug tomorrow, which is the one that's going to properly take down my blood. So it's that, I think that's the one that's going to make me a little bit neutropenic. So this is the first bag of, what was it called? Etoposide. It's all done, so now moving on to the 2nd bag. It's going to be another hour. And following that one, I have a syringe of chemo, yes. And that's called cytarabine.
Yes.
So,
okay, we're starting now.
So we're starting. So all the magical buttons are being pressed, and I am all hooked up to my... It's not a Hickman line, is it?
No,
What's
LTS.
An LTS line.
It's similar to Hickman.
Yeah.
But it's bigger.
So that's my little machine. I am pumping away for the next couple of hours. And then this is my last one of this chemo. And I'm starting a different chemo tomorrow, which is called Melphalan.
It's with the Melphalan.
Yeah.
It's gonna break, it's gonna kill completely the bone marrow.
So that's the thing that's gonna take me down to 0.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's how I can then get my stem cells put back in. Madness.
Science.
Science.
It's just flat.
New job role.
This works.
Camera
just come
woman.
in here all day and hold the camera. I'm going to cover it up because it needs to be protected from light. That's daylight that they're talking about.
That's like that one, that
it's
horrible
not that we're
one.
much,
I know, there's not much light. But that's quite a few of the drugs. have to be in bags, don't they?
They're very sensitive.
So that is a big bag of fluids.
How am I going to have 2 of those?
Yeah.
Not after.
Especially with the gin. I know. Can this be a cocktail, please? Let's pretend. Or a nicer cocktail than chemo.
Different type of chemo. I mean, different type of cocktail.
Different type of cocktail.
Hiya, so I've just had my melphalan, which is the last chemo before my stem cell transplant tomorrow. Sorry. I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed. I feel okay. I'm starting to feel more tired. I'm starting to get a few tingles down my throat, which they said is expected, but I think just 6 days in the hospital now is getting to me a little bit. I'm not knowing what to expect and how I'm going to feel and what it's going to be like. I would like to just go home and have a cuddle with my dogs before all of this, because I know once the melphalan kicks in, that's when I'm going to start getting a bit ill, and I just don't know if I'm ready for it. I think I just worry I'm not going to be strong enough to, I don't know, just deal with it. I would like to just go sulk in the corner and say I don't want to have it, which is silly because I need it. And so far it's been okay. I'm just unbelievably emotional. Hiya, so today is officially day 0. It is my day of rebirth. So I am having my stem cells put back in, I think around 12 or 1 o'clock. I was plugged in to 4 hours of fluids to start my day, then another 4 hours of fluid, and I think I'm just going to take today as it comes and just see what it all entails, really. I'm a little anxious and I didn't sleep very well last night, but they said I should be fine for a couple of days anyway, so I'm just going to sit. I'm hopefully going to wear a nice party hat because it's technically my rebirth day. I'm like the queen now, I get 2 birthdays. So for anyone out there, 30th of October, Georgie's birthday. I will receive gifts, puppies and cards. So it is my last meal as old Georgie, and what is on the menu? Jacket potato and chilli. I think that's very fitting for a rebirthday day, if you ask me. They are just setting everything up now, so I've got all my little water baths coming in, which does the defrosting. So I think we're in about T-minus 20 minutes now, and we're going to be getting underway. So wish me luck.
Have you missed them?
I have. I've been lonely. What I don't understand is they take stem cells out.
Yeah.
How is there room to put them back in?
Because we've wiped your bone marrow.
Oh, well that makes more sense now.
Yeah. We're giving you all the treatment. Sorry. No, you're absolutely fine. And like we were saying, so if you feel anything, just give us a wee shout. Alright. We've got Layla on now.
How do you feel?
I'm just anxious.
And I was going to say you can breathe. It's okay.
I don't know if it's just because I'm anxious, but I can feel like I'm getting hot.
Yeah, you get that, like, be a bit of both.
Get that, yeah. Silence if he's watching.
I know.
Like we're both not sure. Still feeling warm?
Mm.
The bath's also warming it a bit, so you may actually feel a bit hard because of it.
Yeah, I definitely feel like there's like something in me.
You still got sweet. Yeah, keep sucking. And if you want a drink,
Like it feels like it's like, well, not like tighter, but tighter.
Do you want a wee drink of water or anything just
No,
to... Sure.
if that feeling becomes more, just let us know.
Yeah.
Keep sucking. Perfect.
We've got a wee flush, so
One bag down.
Nice.
there you go. Just good to go more.
Free to go.
And you can relax again. We don't anticipate any of that feeling whilst we're not giving
Yeah.
it. It should settle again.
Okay.
Thank you.
Smashing.
Not too bad, right?
No,
There you go.
So again, you've got your sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
This is bag number 2.
Bag number 2.
Yeah, you can definitely feel something when it like,
In your throat.
yeah, like a tightness.
Yeah.
And it does a sweet help.
I think so.
We don't find that.
I was gonna say that.
It feels like hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that one felt nice.
Yeah, you felt that a bit more.
There we go. Okay.
Right, we're halfway there. Alright. You're doing super. You're doing really well.
Hiya, so it is day +3 since my stem cell transplant and have been a little bit quiet on the restaurant front because I have been pretty unwell the last few days. The symptoms were a lot of nausea, really bad stomach, so a lot of diarrhea, cramping, sickness, and I've started to get what feels like a bit of mucositis in my mouth, so they give you lots of gels and mouthwashes to try and keep that at bay. It's been a pretty tough couple of days and I'm definitely feeling a lot weaker in myself. I don't have energy to be getting up and about as much, and I just feel a bit rotten really, as I think you can probably tell. So I think, oh, my brain is just not working. What's going to happen from now is my neutrophils and all my rates are going to start going down, so I'll start getting a bit more unwell over the next few days and then hopefully it'll start coming back on the rise, but we'll see. Still smiling, and I will check in with you later. What day is it? Day +3 in the Big Brother household.
Big brother?
Yeah, like the royal household, constantly being watched.
Yeah.
The rugby was on. One very happy South African. The last 3 days have been fun. They have not been fun. They have been terrible. Been very sick, very poorly, and apparently it's only going to get worse from here before it gets better. that's fine. So we have found the balcony. We're on a balcony getting some fresh air, but we have to dress, I have to dress nice and warm. He's on holiday.
Yeah.
You stayed over last night, didn't you?
I did.
Where'd you sleep? Yeah?
Yeah.
They didn't do your obs every 2 hours, did they?
Nope. But I was there with you.
Yeah, it's nice to get a bit of fresh air while we still can. Well, I still can. I'll trap you in too. Because when my neutrophils go low, I won't be allowed to come outside for a little bit. So, wrapping up and getting some fresh air while we can. I'm just tired. I've still got my hair. Still there. For the time being.
It's lovely.
You got anything else to say?
No.
To the camera?
No.
Me neither. No. Bye. Hiya, so it is day 6 post my stem cell transplant and I am officially at 0. So I am totally and utterly neutropenic with not a single teeny tiny mini Georgie helping me out. And my platelets are 7, which means I'm going to have a platelet transfusion a little bit later on today. So thank you to whoever donated your platelets. I am very grateful. And to anyone out there who didn't know this, so a lot of cancer patients, especially blood cancer patients, end up needing blood transfusions. So when you go and donate your blood, it's not always just for, you know, accidents or operations. It's when people are going through cancer treatment. So it's really important that if you're able to, you go and donate your blood. And when you donate your blood, they can also separate it so you could donate your platelets as well. And that is what I'm having today. So thank you to the lovely human who has given me their platelets today. I am pooped. I'm so tired. I can't even, I mean, I think you can probably tell. And I think that's obviously a side effect of having, of being neutropenic and having no platelets as well. I think that's probably it. So, give them a little... So thank you to whoever donated their little platelets for me. Good little platelets. I thought I would run down a few of the side effects I've been having since my chemo and stem cell transplant, because I haven't filmed very much the last few days because I've been really unwell. So I had my stem cell transplant 6 days ago and pretty much straight away started to feel really nauseous. The nausea then started getting worse over the next day or two, and it didn't seem like any of the anti-sickness was really helping. Finally though, we found an injection that really helps. It makes me quite drowsy, but it works wonders. And so the sickness has been quite bad. I haven't physically been sick, which is a good thing, but the feeling of just being constantly seasick is terrible. I've had a very bad stomach, so it's very common that you get bad diarrhea with your stem cell transplant and the chemo that you've been having, and a lot of it is with the mucositis that can affect your mouth all the way down your digestive system. So for about 4 days I had very unpleasant stomachs, which meant lots of cramping, lots of pain, lots of unpleasantness, which thankfully, because they had to check that there wasn't an infection, they can then give me something to try and relieve that, which is helping a lot today. Tiredness levels are, I'm zonko nearly 24 hours of the day. I think, yeah, and my mouth is probably a big one, so I'm finding it quite hard to swallow now. It's common to get mouth sores, mouth ulcers, like pain to swallow, and I definitely have a few of those ticked off the list. My appetite is definitely going, which says a lot because my appetite never disappears. Other than that, it's okay. I'm going a little bit stir crazy because I'm now in isolation, and I'm definitely pretty anxious a lot of the time. So when things are getting done, even just, you know, with my tubes, if they're getting flushed or I'm getting an antibiotic, I get a bit anxious. But I think that's just because I don't feel well. I am going to sign off now because I don't know what else to say. My brain is like goo. That's a side effect. Goo brain. My brain is just mush.
So I figured I couldn't get through vlogging and not show you a typical hospital Georgie breakfast. So in all that excitement, I've got myself a peppermint tea because I've just been told that they think I've got the flu. So I want something that's going to try and help clear it all out. I've got me my Weetabix, and I can only really eat about one of these now because my appetite's gone. But they are filling, nutritious and good for you. Soy milk, a banana, which is actually one of the only raw pieces of fruit and veg that I can eat because it's peelable. Being completely neutropenic means that you can't have certain foods just because of the risk of infection. So this is a Georgie breakfast at the hotel hospital. I think my hair is starting to fall out. I just wanted to give it a quick wash because it needed it. And unfortunately, oh, yep, there goes my hair. A tip that I learned when it fell out the first time was to make sure that it's brushed, which sounds silly because you're pulling out more hair, but otherwise it all tends to mat together. And that's the last thing you want, more hair. Oh, it begins. Hiya, so still on day 7 post my stem cell transplant, and I have just been hooked up to a potassium drip. Because I've had a bad stomach for the last, I think 6 days, I'm losing potassium, but because I'm drinking enough water, I don't need a fluid drip, which usually takes like 8 hours, so I'm really pleased about that. But this is my little potassium, potassium drip. It's just in the big old syringe. Takes a couple of hours to go in, but there's no nasty side effects or anything, so it's just like eating a whole load of bananas in a tube. How you doing, Dad?
Really good.
Yeah?
Really nice.
You're looking very fabulous.
You want to do that my new outfit?
Yeah.
I'm going to wear this for Halloween.
It's already been Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
Got a while yet. I was hoping that people would have to wear hazmat suits, not just the face and apron, which is a bit of a shame. How are you finding this whole experience?
Very stressful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Think about you all day. All the time. Yeah. Talking to see you now and again.
Yeah.
So that just makes you just in one piece.
Yeah, and he brings snacks, which is always good, so
Yeah, something with snacks.
can't complain. Okay, bye now.
Love you.
Hiya, so I have got what they think is the flu, so they've taken some tests and they're going to let me know, but I've got a really chesty cough. I'm very banged up. So they have given me this like steamy mouth thing to try and help clear me up a bit because my cough is so bad and it's very painful alongside the mucositis. So hopefully this will help, but I'll let you know. Hiya, so it is the evening of day 8 post my transplant at 11 o'clock. I've been having temperature spikes for most of the day, and so I've seen the doctors. They've told me to carry on with the antibiotics that I'm having, and then they just give me some paracetamol to try and bring it back down. About half an hour ago I spiked to 39.4, which is the highest I've been so far. I definitely can feel it. I don't feel very well. I feel quite weak. My head's quite hot and I keep getting little shivers. But hopefully the paracetamol will work and I will get a good night's sleep. It is the morning of my 9th day post my transplant, and it's actually about 6 in the morning. I've been up continuously through the night with high temperatures, and I get given paracetamol, which brings it down for a couple of hours, but then it seems to just be getting higher. So my temperature right now was 39.7, and they've taken all the blood cultures. They are continuously doing tests, but we can't find the source of the infection, so they're wondering whether it's just the stem cells that are coming back into my body and my body's not really accepting them. I'm so tired. I don't think I can function anymore. The last few days have really took it out of me. I had a platelet transfusion again yesterday because my platelets had dropped down to 20, and the potassium one, which was just the day before that. So yeah, I'm getting really well looked after, but I would just like to feel better now. So it's 12:15 on day, or I guess this is now day 10 post my transplant, and my temperatures have been sort of riding on 40 for most of the day and now most of the night. Paracetamol doesn't really seem to be keeping it down. My chest is really bad, so I've got a nebulizer to try and clear it out a bit, because I was told I have pneumonia in my left lung. So yeah, it's definitely the hardest part now, I think. I also had a panic attack today, and I had to go on oxygen to calm down. It's all just getting very emotional. I think the lack of sleep is definitely having an effect. We're still trucking, we're still going. My hair is falling out like there's no tomorrow. I think these are the days where you feel very close to giving up, because it just doesn't feel like anything's going your way. But keeping positive, keeping like chipper, and just trying to ride the wave of it. So hopefully after this I'll get some sleep, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hiya, so it is day 10 post my transplant. My hair is coming out in quite literal clumps. So today I am shaving it. Last time I lost my hair, my boyfriend shaved it, so today I'm going to give it a go. And you can see it's already going here. So yeah, wish me luck. Once again, it's been a really hard day and night. I've had a few nebulizers because my coughing's really bad because of the pneumonia. My stomach's still unfortunately a bit broken, and today, as you can see, I had to shave my noggin. I'm back to being an egghead, which unfortunately is an all too familiar look. It's funny, I think the first time I lost my hair and had to shave it, it was kind of like a weird, exciting experience. So there was some tears, but lots of smiles, and actually when it came out I felt a lot better. This time it wasn't as emotional. I think I just felt like I needed to get through it, and I'm glad that my hair is no longer falling out. It's just off because it comes off in clumps. I could probably make a poodle out of the amount of hair that comes off, and I'm short hair. So yeah, that's my update for the day. I'm still having really high temperatures which aren't seeming to come down, but I was going to say I'm staying chipper, but today and yesterday were really hard, but we're still going. Taking it day by day. Hiya, so still day 10 and my platelets have dropped, so I'm just getting another infusion, which is this little bag. And that takes about half an hour to go in. And I've just found out that I'm going to need a blood transfusion as well because my red blood counts are low. So another long evening, but feeling alright. I've had a lot of anti-sickness today, which has helped. My head is nice and cool, which helps with all my temperature spikes. Hi everyone, so it is day 11 post my transplant. Excuse me, I'm slightly losing my voice. I've been singing too much in the shower, and I'm doing a little bit better. I don't really want to jinx it. I'm still very tired. I've still got all the fun stuff like the pneumonia and the rhinovirus, bad stomach, not sleeping. Oh my god, I'm not sleeping. I'm not sleeping to the point where I think that I'm like seeing things, and I just close my eyes and I think the nurses are coming in. I go, yes, there's no one there. It is driving me bonkers. But luckily, after about 4 nights of no sleep, I was prescribed a sleeping tablet last night. So in and I was out. It was magical. I am currently having another bag of blood. So thank you very much to the kind person who donated. So far I've had 2 bags of blood, 2 bags of platelets, so it really is thanks to the kindness of people donating that people like me going through this treatment are able to keep going.
You are quite literally saving lives. So you may see I'm playing with a little ball. I have had lots of fluid retention to the point where I put on about 4 kilograms in about 3 days. And that was a mixture of loads of fluids from this thing. I was on bags and bags of fluids, loads and loads of the drugs, and then I was also drinking loads of water. So I was just puffing up, and I was literally like Michelin Man, and my arms were just going pop. The doctor said, keep, you know, moving your toes as much as you can, and with your hands you want to be like grabbing something and moving them to try and get the fluid going. And it's funny because the next day my lovely cousin sent me a gift, and it was a pug stress ball. Oh look, we're kind of the same. We're both as bald as each other. Hey bud. And so yes, I've just been trying to play with this, but it's very tiring. The energy it takes to stand up, like sometimes can make me need to lay back down again, and going up and go to the bathroom or having a shower will take it out of me for a good few hours, and I will need a rest. But other than that, today has been much better. I haven't cried as much today. Poor doctors, anytime anyone comes in and goes, "You okay?" No. So for now, I will love and leave you. Gotta have my bloods, lots of antibiotics still, and hopefully another sleeping tablet tonight to help me nod off with the fairies. So I will probably catch up with you tomorrow. Hi everyone, so it is day plus, I don't know, hold on, bear with. Day plus 15, I think. Day plus 15, which means I've been in the hospital around 22 days, and I've just seen my doctors, and they've said I can go home tomorrow, which I'm so happy about. I don't think you get told what the experience is going to be like, but till you actually go through it, you just have no idea what is going to be thrown at you. But the good thing is that the nurses and the doctors are incredible, and they take such good care of you, and you can still have fun. I feel like a lot of the time my video is negative stuff, but when really it's, you can have some fun. Like you can have your family come and sit with you, you can have your friends come sit with you. As you lose energy, obviously that gets a bit more sparse, and to be honest, you just kind of want to sleep all the time, and who doesn't like to sleep all the time? No, so it's, now that I'm coming out at the end of this, it's obviously a positive thing. Not a lot of people can get like either second-line treatment or well enough to have stem cell transplants. A lot of cancers don't have this option, so I'm very grateful and I'm very lucky, but I don't want to lie to anyone, it was hard. I just don't think I realised how much this process was going to break me down. I think I'm always so positive, and it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle to either have emotion or it be a positive one. But I don't want this to all be so negative. I'm fine, and I'm getting to go home, and I'm getting to see my dogs, which I can't wait. I'm grateful and accepting of how hard it all is, but I am bloody glad I get to go home. So that is me out. I'm still neutropenic, so I'm going to have to wear a face mask for a little while, but hopefully that's me done for my stint after the stem cell transplant. And yeah, God, it feels good to be outside and in the fresh air. This is quite, it's quite emotional. I'm looking forward to getting home, touching my dogs. So I'm just waiting for Mum to pull up and I'm off.